I'm Andy Beningo, and I'm a stand-up comedian. I've been to some pretty cool places, and I've worked with some pretty cool people. This is my life on the road.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of On the Road with Andy Beningo. And this week's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing a lot of reminiscing because I'm actually doing a show at the Soaring Eagle Casino up here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. And Mount Pleasant, Michigan is very near and dear to my heart because that's where I went to college for 7 years. And it's actually where I began my stand-up comedy career. So I basically chose Central Michigan University because that's where my older brother went to college. And that's where all my friends senior year said they were going to college. So I told my parents, I'm going to Central Michigan University. And they were like, yeah, but what are you going to major in? I don't know, but Chad needs a roommate. It took about 2 years to figure out what I was going to major in. But a lot of good times there at Central. Good old Highway 127. I've been pulled over many times on this freeway. I haven't been up here in probably 10 years, and it has completely changed. Yeah, they still got my Arby's.
And since we're driving past my freshman dorm room, I think it's only fair to show you a picture of me and my roommates freshman year.
Here we are at the university library, which is kind of funny because I think this is the first time I've ever been in here. It's probably why it took me 7 years to graduate. I think I'm going to try out for Hamilton this year. So this is where I spent the majority of my time at Central Michigan University. It was here in the hallways of the acting building. I had so many great professors here at Central Michigan. Jim Ikram, Steve Berglund, Rona Justice Malloy. All of them taught me how to be in the moment and just be a better performer. It's just a legendary acting program. Jeff Daniels actually attended college here for a little while. I'm officially the old guy hanging out at his college. So there it is. Gary Dining Commons. That's where I did stand-up comedy for the very first time ever. About a week into college, I was walking around campus and I saw a flyer for open mic night. And I got really excited because I thought, man, this is my opportunity to do stand-up comedy for the first time. What I did not realize is that it was open mic, so anybody could go on stage and do whatever they wanted. So there was a guy who was a rapper, there was a slam poet, there was a guy who played a ukulele. And before I did stand-up, there was a guy who did a poem about death. Like, he just totally depressed everybody in the room. I just remember the MC jogging on stage going, all right, that was pretty rough. Are you guys ready to laugh now? And I just remember thinking like, oh no, I have to follow the guy doing the poem about death. The first time I actually did stand up, it actually went pretty well. My brother was there and I had a bunch of friends from the dorm rooms. The material I did the very first show really wasn't that good, but it was stuff that you would do as an 18-year-old. So just for fun, I wanted to show you guys some footage of the very first time I ever did stand-up comedy, and I hope it's not as painful for you as it is for me.
I'm kind of nervous here, so I apologize to the front row. I'm about to barf on. In case you haven't figured it out by my accent, I'm a freshman this year. I think it's kind of cool how freshmen act the first few days. They've got that like deer in the headlight look, and they got their little school match like, oh, where are we supposed to go? Oh my God, where are we going here? Can't find anything. There's like the weight room, and then there's like that huge window, and you can look in and watch everybody else exercise. I like to stand out there and eat ice cream. Kind of like doing this. I like throwing people off their exercises. I like going in and turning the treadmill on like the lowest level and then kind of running in slow motion. You're kind of like. Everybody, the guy's next to you trying to slow down. He just falls off. It's kind of horrible.
I do remember not going to class for the rest of the week. I think I performed on a Tuesday and I was like, I'm done. I'm going to be a famous comedian. It's going to be awesome. So about a month and a half later, I signed up for another open mic and I completely bombed. It went so bad. Nobody got the jokes. It was awkward. Which is kind of sad because I didn't have to follow a guy doing a poem about death. People often ask me, like, Andy, you're a pizza guy. Where's the best pizza place in the world? Well, it's right here in Mount Pleasant at the world famous Cabin. One of the first shows I ever did was here at the Cabin in the corner there. Nobody was paying attention. Everybody was screaming and yelling. That one was a fail. Damn kids. Even better than I remembered. Dude, that's my old college apartment. This is awesome, man. We used to throw a lot of parties there. And since my dad's watching, I used to do a lot of studying there as well. Enjoyed this week's episode, make sure you click the subscribe button to watch upcoming episodes of On the Road with Andy Beningo.